Today, we're diving into a really cool story about engineering, innovation, and, believe it or not, national security. We're going to look at a unique piece of technology from Statcon Energiaa that was designed for one of the most demanding jobs you can imagine, keeping our nation's naval fleet ready for absolutely anything. Think about it. Out on the high seas, for our ships and submarines, there's no room for error. Failure is just not an option. Every single system, every circuit relies on one thing: a steady, dependable flow of power. In an environment this intense, power isn't just about keeping the lights on. It's literally the lifeblood of the entire mission. So, how do you make sure a warship's power system can handle the incredible stress of active duty? You can't just wait for a real crisis to find out, right? You have to test them. You have to push them to their absolute limits to know for sure that they are 100% ready to go. And that's where this machine called a load bank comes in. The easiest way to think about it is like a treadmill, but for a massive power generator. It creates this huge artificial electrical demand, basically forcing the power system to run at full tilt, but in a totally safe and controlled way. It's the ultimate stress test to find any hidden weakness before it can become a disaster. But see, the Indian Navy had a very specific problem on their hands. Their needs weren't standard. They have a really diverse fleet, so testing all their different power systems created a pretty unique logistical headache. The heart of the problem was that one size just didn't fit all. The Navy has to test a huge range of electrical loads, from smaller systems all the way up to massive ship-wide grids. Now, traditional load banks, they're these enormous, heavy, single-unit machines. Using a giant load bank for a small test was super inefficient, and trying to move these behemoths around the dockyard was a total nightmare. They needed something smarter, something more adaptable. And that's where Statcon Energiaa came in with an incredibly clever piece of engineering. They didn't just build a better load bank, they completely reimagined it from the ground up. And they called it the twin bank solution. And here it is. So instead of one single, massive 3,000 kilowatt unit, they created two identical 1,500 kilowatt twins. And this brilliant modular design was about to give the Navy the exact flexibility they'd been looking for. So here's how this twin system works. And this is the really genius part. In combined mode, the two units link up. One acts as the master, telling the other slave unit what to do. Together they become one single super powerful 3,000 kilowatt machine for testing the biggest systems. But, and this is key, for smaller jobs, you can switch to independent mode. Now you have two separate 1,500 kilowatt load banks that can work on different tasks at the same time. It's just so smart. Okay, but all that clever innovation doesn't mean a thing if the equipment can't survive in the real world. And let's be honest, a naval dockyard is one of the toughest working environments you can find. So this solution had to be more than just clever. It had to be incredibly rugged. And it absolutely is. This thing is built like a tank. It's designed to work perfectly in high humidity, pouring rain, and thick dust. It can handle temperatures soaring up to 50 degrees Celsius without even breaking a sweat. And because each unit is mounted on its own heavy-duty trolley, it's completely mobile. You can tow it around the dockyard at up to 20 kilometers an hour. This is not lab equipment. This is frontline hardware through and through. You know, seeing is believing. Statcon Energiaa doesn't just claim their gear is tough, they prove it. What you're seeing here is one of the units going through a brutal rain test right at the factory. They're making absolutely sure it's sealed and ready for whatever Mother Nature or the mission throws at it. So let's take a peek inside this beast of a machine. From the outside, you see this tough, completely sealed, self-contained unit. It looks powerful and purposeful because, well, it is. But when you open up those side panels, wow, you get to see the incredible complexity inside. It's just a masterclass in precision engineering, with every single component perfectly placed for peak performance and easy maintenance. And right there, at the very heart of the machine, you have these densely packed resistor banks. This is where the magic happens. These resistors act like giant sponges for electricity, safely soaking up and dissipating megawatts of power to perfectly simulate the massive electrical load of a naval vessel. It's just a stunning look at the kind of power packed inside this equipment. Of course, you need to control all that raw power. An advanced digital interface gives the operators precise command over every single part of the test. But what's really crucial is that it allows for both local and remote operation. That means the crew can run these high-power tests from a safe distance, which is a massive boost for safety and efficiency. Now, for all you tech lovers out there, the specs really speak for themselves. But the main takeaway from all these numbers is one simple word: versatility. These load banks can be set up for a massive range of power needs. They can handle different kinds of voltage, and they work with global frequency standards. They can do it all. All right, let's just zoom out for a second, because this remarkable piece of engineering, it's part of a much bigger, much more important story. It's a story about our national capability. You see, Statcon Energiaa is a key player in India's power electronics sector. With over 35 years of tech excellence under their belt, they're a critical partner for the industries that form the very backbone of our country. We're talking solar, railways, and of course our national defense. So what this all really comes down to is this: the Twin Load Bank is so much more than just a product. It's a powerful symbol of the Make in India initiative in action. It's living proof that world-class, technologically sophisticated solutions for our most critical defense needs are being designed and built right here in India by Indian engineers. It's a story of self-reliance and, frankly, national pride. When you see an innovation like this, something that solves such a complex problem for the people who protect our nation, it really makes you think. It leaves us with a powerful question. With this level of skill and ingenuity, what critical challenge will Indian innovation solve next? And that's what drives it all, isn't it? The mission to not just imagine a better solution, but to roll up your sleeves and actually bring it to life. Statcon Energiaa. Inspire, innovate, implement.